So here comes my first point, which will help us to find the answer to our question. Automation just eliminates repetitiveness. Yes, friends. So when we talk about automation testing, anything which is repetitive and when it is done using human way, it will take a lot of time, and we know it is the same process which is being done again and again. Using automation, you can do the same thing. Anything which is repetitive and requires human intervention again and again, it can be done via machine using the script or using the tools in a very easy manner, and you don't have to do repetitive tasks. So automation just eliminates the repetitiveness. It doesn't ensure that whatever you are doing and it is of high quality. You are just designing certain cases and you think it was taking a lot of time earlier, now it should be taking less time. Second point. Our second point talks about automation ensuring timeliness but not quality. Exactly, friends. There's always a trade-off between speed and quality whenever it comes to testing or development. We need to develop things at a high speed, and when you do so, the quality of your deliverable may get impacted. It is not necessary, but it may get impacted. Time is money in today's IT market, so time to deliver is very important. The way you are developing things, you are testing it, and the time it is reaching to market, time to market, it should be short because there's so much of competition, and that's the reason we need speed. So there's often a compromise between quality and speed whenever, or a trade-off between speed and quality. And using automation, you can achieve speed, but it doesn't ensure that you will be having the quality as well. Okay, friends? So this is also a very important point which talks about automation ensuring timeliness but not quality. Here comes my third point, and in this third point we'll talk about realistic versus predefined approach. Whenever we talk about automation, it has two approaches. First, realistic, like a system, how it will behave in a real-time environment, and a system which is developed and is to be tested as per the predefined steps. Like we already know, these are the test scenarios which we are going to, these are the error handling scenarios, these are the expected outcome. So that is a predefined approach. But when a normal user or a functional tester or manual tester is testing it, at that very time you could have so many realistic issues coming in, so many realistic scenarios that needs to be covered as a part of realistic testing that cannot be covered as a part of automation. For automation, you have to have a predefined approach, a framework, and scenarios which you want to do. You can see here in this cartoon, wait, stop, this isn't part of the script. Exactly. Same is true with the automation as well. If something which is not scripted, you cannot make sure that it will work. So going forward to our fourth point, which talks about not good for new and unstable system. Yes, my friends, automation is not at all a good option for new and unstable system. Whenever you have a system which is not stable and you don't know, say, system requirements are not defined and it is in its initial phase and or it is developed in the first time. So a unstable system or a newly developed system and doing automation on top of it is a very bad solution. Never go for it. So unstable solution is very dynamic, and for dynamic systems, automation is not at all a good option because you don't know what way it is going to impact or what is its expected behavior. There can be several possible combinations, permutations and combinations possible, and you're putting a lot of effort, and later on you realize no, these are not something which will happen in future once the system gets stable. So for unstable system, automation is a very bad solution and should not be implemented at all. Okay, now if the system gets stable, once you have certain releases and the system is getting stable, it is looking better, and then you do the automation as per your standard procedure with the framework, then yes, it is a very nice solution. It can be a good solution. It can help you to reduce the work and improve your timeliness and deliverable times, and at the same time it can ensure or verify things for the stable system in a much better way than the way automation does it for an unstable and new system. So please refrain yourself for using automation for a newly developed or unstable system, I won't suggest to do it, because doing automation for an unstable system is a very bad idea. So here we come to our fifth point, and this fifth point talks about more of a checking. Automation does more of a checking than testing. Yes, automation is more like checking and not testing. When I say checking, it's a kind of checklist. We have predefined scenarios and we know this is things to be tested. For example, let's say we have to check about the system configuration, we have to test about the expected input and output, we have certain test cases, some actions, and those test cases, actions, scenarios are being tested as a part of automation. But actual testing is not like that. Whenever we say testing and quality, it is always about finding bugs and making a system, making a service bug free. So let's talk about ad hoc testing. You don't do, or exploratory testing. You don't do any planning. You don't do any scripting. You have a charter, you have a timestamp, and then you go ahead and try to figure out as many bugs as you can in a given timestamp, depending upon the tester's skill and experience. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.